Well, the Warriors are just the 5th team to ever reach the NBA Finals 6 times in an 8-year span. Now, the last team to do it was Michael Jordan's Bulls. Remember those runs they had? They made 3 straight from 1991 to 1993, then made it 3 straight years again from 96 to 98. After MJ took some time off to play minor league baseball, they won all 6 titles. The Magic and Kareem Showtime Lakers put together a few runs of 6 and 8. Overall, they made 8 finals trips in 10 years from 1980 to 89. Jerry West Lakers also did it from 1962 to 1973, making 9 finals trips in that 12-year span, but they only managed 1 championship. They beat the Knicks in 1972. And finally, Bill Russell's Celtics made 12 finals appearances from 1957 to 1969. They won 11 of them. Their only loss was in 1958 to the St. Louis Hawks. More now from Greenberg and the Countdown crew.
All right, Michael Eaves, thank you. We begin with a question you were not expecting. Jalen Rose, what was the best show on TV?
Collins, Forsythe, Heather Locklear, Dynasty.
No, it was Dallas, but I don't want to sidetrack us.
I was a Dallas guy myself.
We might have gone with Dallas if the Mavericks had been in the finals, but we'll go with Dynasty because that's the question Michael Eaves is asking. Does that word apply, Michael Wilbon, to what Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green have built in Golden State?
You know, if they go this one and another one, 4 doesn't. 3 certainly doesn't make you a dynasty. It makes you a great team.
Yes.
And the best team of its era. A dynasty to me, you got to go at least 5 in a short period of time. I'm not sure the Spurs, who won 5, qualify as a dynasty. They're just an all-time great franchise. But, you know, I'm old man, get off my lawn, Greeny. I don't think I'm going with 4 is not a dynasty.
6 in 8 years with 4 championships in that span, Stephen A. Would you be willing to call them a dynasty?
No, I'm not. And I don't need numbers to do it in terms of the number of championships. I'm thinking about how many times you've been unblemished or you've been blemished. When I think about Michael Jordan, I think about 6-0, undefeated in those 6. When I think about Magic Johnson, there's 5 titles in 1 decade. I think about it along those lines. There are 2 title losses on the Golden State Warriors docket with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Obviously, we got to pay attention to that. Kevin Durant goes down, and Klay Thompson ultimately went down against Toronto because they clearly would have beat Toronto. They might have swept them as far as I'm concerned. So we understand that. But in the end, you know, I'm with Wilbon from the standpoint, come to me in the next 3 years because I believe the Golden State Warriors will win 2 titles in the next 3 years, and that's when we're talking dynasty.
You notice these basketball historians both challenged the Warriors to not only win it this year, but to win it again to even justify this conversation. I believe y'all because 11 and 13, Bill Russell, that happened. Magic in the Showtime Lakers, 9 finals in 12 years, 5 championships. That happened. The Bulls, 6 in 8 years, unblemished Michael Jordan. That happened. But here's the one I want to throw out there. How about LeBron James as a dynasty in itself? 9 out of 10 NBA finals, 4 NBA championships with 3 separate teams. The 5th spot may be up for grab if the Golden State Warriors could do what y'all said.
No.
You don't like the LeBron one?
LeBron is on the Mount Rushmore. Mad love and respect. 6 title losses. No. No.
The definition of the word is an interesting one because let's look at the Celtics of the 80s. The Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge. They won 3 championships in that time. They were in the finals, it felt like, practically every year. I feel like there were some people who would call that a dynasty.
Yeah, New Englanders. Because the team in the purple and gold was better. And they went head-to-head, slightly better. It's wonderful. Like all these teams now, people want to call dynasties. They couldn't beat them. They couldn't beat Larry, Joe, Bird, McHale, and Parrish, and Dennis Johnson. They couldn't beat them. But the Lakers did. And so I can't put a team as a dynasty of that period when there was a peer that was better.
You know what I'm going to say? I'm very glad that you were not a teacher in a class in which I was a student because this is these are tough grades you guys are giving out here. If they win 4 championships in an 8-year span, 2 of those losses we're talking about, to your point, Kevin Durant gets hurt, otherwise they clearly win that. They're up 3-1 on LeBron.
That's a bad loss.
And that was a bad loss after Draymond gets suspended.
Well, listen, I always felt that Cleveland was given a stimulus package when Draymond got suspended. But I also remember the first year, okay? when, Kyrie and Kevin Love went down.
Yeah.
And because of that,
Correct.
that's
People
how they
never
won the
bring
first.
that up.
And so the bottom line is you can look at it both ways. And that's the reason we come to the conclusion we have.
All right, we are getting ready for all the action tonight. We'll have a 60-minute countdown coming your way at 7:30 Eastern, leading into all the action.
Is Cruda.
What's up, guys?
What's up, my brother?
T-Max in the
Good to see you,
building,
baby.
the Hall of Famer. How we doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah?
It's my first time here, man. I appreciate it. I'm back.
Yeah, it's good to see you, man.
It's great
Yeah,
to have
been a
you.
while.
Yeah.
It's good. You got some cool stuff you're working on. We'll get that in just a minute, but let's talk some hoops first. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All
He
right.
like to talk hoops. I mean, he got opinions.
He knows how to
Trust
play,
me.
too.
I know
He knows
this.
that. Oh,
You
I
know.
think this guy has some opinions, too. Right, Pat?
I'm already.
I go
back with both a long
In
ways.
the cut.
These are two of the most opinionated dudes.
Yeah.
Trust me.
This
No.
is America.
Oh,
That's
my
right.
God.
I ain't mad.
country in the world.
I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
Okay, all right.
I like it. Come on now.
Welcome it, huh?
All right, let's do it. T-Mac,
You know
great
me.
to have you.
You
Okay,
know.
last night, the Warriors became the first team to reach 6 finals in 8 years since MJ's Bulls. That sounds like a dynasty to me, led by 32 points from Clay. The Golden State Warriors drowned the Dallas Mavericks in 5 games. Stephen A., you've been betting on the Warriors all season. But first, let me play this for you.
If Klay Thompson comes back healthy, Kendrick Perkins, the Warriors might win it all. I really mean it. I'm not playing with anybody. Molly, it
Yeah.
is official. I'm picking the Golden State Warriors to win the championship.
Okay.
Fully loaded and healthy with Klay, Steph on the court together, with Draymond, with Poole, and all of those brothers that Draymond is going to be there to hold accountable. I'm rolling with the Warriors. I've been with the Warriors since day one, and I ain't jumping off that ship. It's about the Warriors.
Okay. You still confident?
I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous.
Why?
I ain't
You're nervous now?
jumping off. Listen, I believe that the Miami Heat are too depleted. They will lose tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I think Boston's going to the NBA Finals. And obviously I'll be there tonight in Boston. Boston's no joke. And I look at the Warriors and the Denver series, I was really, really feeling great about them. They rolled up against Memphis. And I saw Ja Morant drop, a 40 on a 47 one night.
'Cause I won
seen him
out
win.
there.
Say what?
Because I went out there.
Okay, all right.
I
But
just
you
wanna put
wasn't.
that out
Well,
there.
why? You know what?
Invoke your energy.
First of all, the new media guru. Let me tell you
He's
something.
a pit bull.
I love it. Let me ask you this question.
30% from the field,
Let me
20% from the
Okay,
three.
let me ask you a question. Why were you not out there?
They got sound.
Because y'all lost. So relax. When your turn is coming, you lost.
You're
All right?
right.
So here's the deal.
Say less.
Here's the deal. The Golden State Warriors, to me, should be the favorites. They're lethal. But what I saw them struggle in a few games against Memphis, and I'm looking at Dallas, who to me serves no litmus test whatsoever because they don't have a rim protector. You can get to the rim on them anytime you want to and have little to no resistance at all. That is not going to be the Boston Celtics. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think Golden State and with their A game will beat anybody. They need their A game to beat Boston. That's all I'm saying.
But so you do say that.
I'm still going with the Warriors.
Oh, Golden State, he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with Golden State. After we lost, that's the only team I really trust. The Celtics have a hard time guarding splits. Obviously, that's what Golden State. That's Golden State offense. So I got Golden State with this. I don't know how many games. I didn't have the Celtics beating the Heat, so. You know, I might be wrong. I'm wrong a lot. This is First Take. A lot of people are wrong on this show, so.
No.
Shots
No,
fired.
not really me, but go ahead.
Just in general,
Aggressive.
everything's not
So
the truth in this show.
aggressive.
So I got Golden State winning it, and that's what I got. So I'm not confident. Although I said last year, I'm not confident in the Warriors. I said last year during the season, without Klay, I uttered the same thing you said. If Klay Thompson comes back, Warriors will win the championship, right? And that's not me including Jordan Poole in this. Having seen him this year and how Memphis challenged him, to beat Golden State, you got to have durability, right? You got to have some young dogs that can chase these guys around. Also, you got to be able to exert that energy on the offensive end as well. You got to have length. You got to have size. You got to have some dogs. Boston has that, right? That's why I think Boston is going to win the championship because Boston have two guys that I know can get buckets at any given time. They can challenge Steph Curry. They can match Steph Curry. Klay Thompson and Jordan Poole. They have the size, they have the length, and these guys are hella competitive. They could switch out, they could guard these guys on the perimeter. I trust Al Horford to get out on the perimeter, move his feet, and make it tough on them. They have rim protection with Williams back there.
Right.
So I think the core guys for the Boston Celtics is going to outplay the core guys for the Golden State Warriors.
Let me say this. A couple of things. Number one, to get back to your statement.
Which one?
Talk about people wrong here a lot. Well, they wrong on Get Up. They wrong on PTI. They wrong on Fox. They wrong on NBC. They wrong on CNN. They wrong with the Player podcast, too. Everybody wrong all the damn time.
So the media's wrong.
So let's be very, very clear about that. Don't be isolating First Take.
Okay.
That's number one.
All
right.
I mean, it's opinions and predictions.
Number two, what T-Mac just pointed out is exactly the reason I'm nervous about Golden State, because Boston has size, they've got toughness, they've got offense, not from one, but from two dudes. I'm going to throw in a third, Al Horford.
Yes.
Why am I throwing Al Horford in there? Because he can shoot spot-up threes. That means Draymond has to go
Come out.
and get him.
And Looney has to pull out.
And Looney has to come out too, which could compromise you on the interior. I'm going to tell you who the key to this series is going to be.